can go to Chairshot Reality on social media. Make sure you like, share, comment, spread the reality. Juice, Justin, let's talk about Braun. Do it again. Do it again. There you go. Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, and what might have been the most wrestling terrific
greatest segment
ever. And you gotta love when WWE goes over the top of these segments, because naturally wrestling fans then have to overanalyze how they shot it, how fake it looks.
I don't care how fake it looked.
My
One,
God.
it was incredible.
Fun. It was
Everybody
fun.
I saw on my Twitter feed was having such a great time just watching it.
If you couldn't, I don't care whether you're a fan of Braun, a fan of Roman, or a fan of neither of them. If you can't enjoy that, you just hate fun. Just go stab yourself with a pencil.
Whoa. Okay. No,
that's my public service announcement.
As I tweet, you had a bunch of weird public service announcements on this show, like the 7th grade drug deal. Remember that one?
I was trying to forget it.
Yeah.
So you just
anyway, whenever that happened, like the next day, I tweeted out this ESPN notification from the ESPN app.
Yes, I know.
Not the WWE app, the ESPN app, and it says Braun Strowman flips ambulance.
How great would it
Roman
have been if it was on the
Reigns.
bottom line?
If it just appeared, breaking news.
Breaking news. Braun Strowman flips an ambulance.
They cut in and they just look at it. It was fantastic. I don't care how fake it looked. It still looked smooth as it could be.
Let's forget all the talk of fake.
Quit nitpicking
It's an entertainment show. The point of it, the premise of it.
Roman sold hard on that launch when he threw him into the
he did.
on the
premise of it, it made sense booking wise. I mean, Braun Strowman, he wants to get he wants Brock's attention, he wants Roman's attention.
And he doesn't have to be. He wasn't beating Roman in a match. He just beat him up backstage. So now Roman doesn't lose.
Now my next question.
Here we go.
My next question for you is this. Obviously, these two are going to entertain each other for a few. That's what's going to kill some time until we get a Brock Lesnar.
Roman will probably be back next week.
Unscathed. He probably will be. He won't even have a cast
Braun will
on.
have a neck brace on.
Braun's arm will be sore from lifting the ambulance,
I don't know if I could,
but Roman will look perfectly fine.
Oh my God.
Now, let's bring this point up. We had the Superstar Shakeup.
We did. We should have a shakeup on this show. Send you to Florida.
No.
Just me and Rennell. You and Eisenberg do your own NXT in 90.
Yeah, well, we got to get Rennell here first off. He's such a hard worker for CBS. But all right, so Superstar Shakeup. You now have Roman on the same show again with Seth and Dean. Yeah. Does it take a Shield reunion to stop? Because Braun has not been. Well, Braun has been pinned by Roman, but it's the only time he's been pinned. Does it take?
Everybody's been pinned by Roman. Everybody's been pinned by Cena.
Does it take? The Shield.
I've not thought of it in that way. I like that idea, but when the shakeup happened, I thought because nothing had been decided with SmackDown yet, that I thought it would be cool to have Anderson and Gallows team up with AJ if he'd have gotten over, and then have versus the Shield that just was there. But I like that idea. I don't know how.
Braun runs the Shield.
How does Roman call upon his friend? Like, how does that work? You know, Roman, because Roman's supposed to be, it's his yard, not his friend.
It could simply be that what it should be. It should be Roman should stay off TV for a week or two to sell it. Obviously, it should be Braun continues to raise havoc until he gets what he wants, which is either real competition or Brock Lesnar the title,
which is the same thing.
So yeah, right. So maybe Ambrose is having a match and Braun comes out, destroys Ambrose's match. Rollins, same thing, and maybe that then forces the Shield brothers to come for a one-night only kind of thing.
I hope Braun beats all of them.
It could. He should. He's Braun freaking Strowman.
What was the line he said? I'm not finished with you yet. They gotta before he went to the ambulance.
Hey,
it was amazing. Cause you just hear it coming.
Every Wednesday you can download it for free. My audio podcast. I started it out right there. It might be Roman Reigns' yard, but he's paying the taxes to Braun Strowman. God. That's the reality.
How long did it take you to come up with that?
Actually, it came quite naturally.
Naturally.
Yep. Very natural.
Yep.
As natural as Josh Eisenberg's tan. Let's go down to Josh in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I look good. It's the NXT in 90.
Chairshot Reality, WrestleZone.com. Get your watches out. It is now time for NXT in 90. As we saw, NXT lost 3 really big pieces to their roster as Shinsuke Nakamura and Ty Dillinger have been on SmackDown, and the Revival made their debut just a few weeks ago on WWE Raw. So what is left? Well, I'll tell you what's left. Aleister Black is left. This guy is interesting, intriguing. He has the entrance. He has the charisma. He doesn't need to say much, but the crowd loves Aleister Black and look for him to make a big impact in NXT in the time coming soon here in the summer months. Also, looking at the roster, they needed some shakeup. They have Cassius Ohno. They have Bobby Roode. But who Maybe they have Hideo Itami. They have him coming back as well. But who do they need? A franchise player to bolster that main event roster? Well, look no further than Drew McIntyre. You saw him a couple of weeks ago at NXT TakeOver in Orlando. He made his NXT in-ring debut in a physical, intense, and rough felt bout against Oney Lorcan. And you see Drew McIntyre and what he can bring to WWE and NXT's brand specifically. Bobby Roode, you better watch out because you have the forearm and the elbows of Cassius Ohno and the brute 6'6", 250-pound frame of Drew McIntyre, who has resurrected his career. As for the tag team division, you're going to see Heavy Machinery a little bit more, but you're also going to see DIY and the Authors of Pain continue their feud heading into the summer months because they are the two best tag teams right now in NXT. Well, that's all caught up for NXT in 90. Stick around, more chair shot reality coming all weekend long.